everyone. It's end of a week. I don't know how your week's been. I hope it has been as amazing as mine has been in so many ways. So power of thought as I'm walking along today, really, you've got to believe and trust in your growth and your journey and what it is that you are doing to become that better version of yourself that you very know is going to be the pinnacle of your lifestyle, the pinnacle of who you are, the pinnacle of your life. And we do have to work on things. And I started off the week really in quite an emotional turmoil, which I did mention, and I've ended the week on such a high vibration. I feel like it's so wonderful to be able to sort of, say I'm here, I'm at this point. And I read something today which I do want to start sharing on my platform, and I'll read out and what have you, because it was so profound of where I'm at in terms of my inner work. And the law of assumption is something that I've also been very much drawn to this week. And that is where I want to have a little chat today, because what the law of assumption says is, whatever you want to happen in your life, you really need to believe so strongly that you already have it. And that's whatever you're manifesting will then come into your life, and that's the bottom line, And often we sort of don't really understand that, because we put in our own little blocks of if I had more money I'd do this, or if I had more time I'd do this, or I'd do that, or I'd be different, or if only I had learned something more, I would be more intelligent. Whatever it might be, we do this. We put our own little blocks instead of saying, you know what, I am at this stage worthy enough to be what I want to be. And trusting that everything unfolds in its given time from source. And so the law of assumption for me was, it's almost like you're in your imagination, and you sort of almost imagine yourself walking on that beach on that beautiful holiday with that perfect person, and knowing that it is going to take place with every fiber of your being, and then allowing that picture to go up into the universe and say it'll come when it's ready, but really believing in that. And then just picturing yourself doing it all the time. So you might then decide, well, I'm going to start looking at destinations, or I'm going to whatever it might be. And that really is where you start solidifying your dream and your goal, and believing in everything that is going to be taking place. And so sometimes it can be so difficult to do that. I can have endless conversations with myself, trusting and believing that I am who I am, and what the conversation is going to look like with the person that I want to have it with. The reality, of course, sometimes does not meet that imagination, does it? Oh, here comes the rain. So I just thought I ordered myself some reading to educate myself a little bit more on the law of assumption, because it is really important right now for where I am in my journey. Now, you might not be there yet, and that's absolutely fine. But what I wanted to say is, if you are called to look at something, read something, if someone tells you about something, really pick it up and look into it in a deeper way. Don't just ignore it. It is a message, it's a sign, it's a guidance, it's some way in which can help you in your progression, especially if you are committed to making changes in your life. Now we make commitments to physical changes. We decide we're going to go to the gym every day and we're going to lose a certain amount of weight, or we're going to look the way we want to look for our holiday that's coming up, and we do that, don't we? We quite easily probably do that. But when it comes to your spiritual journey, it's your emotional well-being, it's that, deep sense of knowing and listening to your higher self. Sometimes we ignore that, and so we must also honor that side of things. Now, I've talked to you about this before. Our physical side of the journey is moving our bodies and having that energy in some way used in a positive. And it often frees ourselves up mentally, so it can de-stress us, and also it can then free ourselves up on a spiritual level, because energy flows, and spiritualism is all about working with energy. So, if you are being called to make a change on a physical side of things for yourself, go for those longer walks, start some sort of program that can help you to overcome your physical stress.